Okay, so great question this week from Karen Rad. He says, can I use Instagram to grow my business and post more than I do on Facebook and just use Facebook for groups? Yes, absolutely. But here's what I highly recommend you doing. I highly recommend that you either have 2 or 3, this is optional, platforms on social media that you use to build. So let's say this is Facebook, this is Instagram, and this is LinkedIn. Those are probably the 3 that I recommend, right? So on Facebook, you friend people. On Instagram, you follow people. And on LinkedIn, you connect with people, right? But once you've done, you friend, you follow, you connect, then no matter what it is, you then are going to see if they're open. See if open, right? Then you're going to obviously introduce to a tool, which is maybe a video. Then you're going to follow up, and then obviously close whatever and repeat the process. So with this written out and being said, a lot of people come and say, what's the best platform? Well, the best platform is what's the best one for you and your demographic. If your target market is 18-year-olds, maybe you need to go recruit on TikTok. If your target market are millennials in Latin and South America, maybe you need to go on Instagram. If your kind of demographic, your target market is stay-at-home mums or mums in general, Facebook's probably going to be best for you. So why I've written this down is I would actually be aware of how much time you're spending on each platform. So maybe you're going to do 70% on Facebook, 20% on Instagram, and then maybe 10% on LinkedIn. If it's optional, then you're going to maybe do 70% on Facebook and maybe 30% on Instagram. Just be aware. So the reason why you can post probably more on Instagram is because you're going to use the stories. Now, you can use Facebook stories, but Instagram stories seem to be absolutely crushing it now, especially if you use them well. My advice, personally, is I would make 1 newsfeed post a day, right? Newsfeed, whether that's Facebook, whether that's Instagram, whatever. I know like people like Gary Vaynerchuk and stuff like that say post as much as you can, but don't forget you're in the business of duplication. And if you say, right, guys, you've got to go post once an hour, people are going to be overwhelmed. And they're going to be okay for the first day. Okay, bam, bam, right, food, the book I'm reading, the TV, the cat, ooh, a lamp, ooh, wow, a lampshade, wow, the light bulb. Like, no. It's not sustainable and it's not easy for the majority of people. Then I recommend in the stories, one every 3 hours if you can. Again, it's just a rule of thumb. If you want to do morning, afternoon, and evening and night, right? Man. Then you can do that, right? Morning, afternoon, evening, and night. So, in answer to the question, yes, use Instagram for the stories, and then use Facebook for your groups, and then use the Instagram and Facebook Messenger to connect with people. Remember, your goal is to find, follow, or connect, or create good, and create good content to get people to find, follow, and connect with you. Then obviously you're going to see if they're open inside of the messenger. Then you introduce them to a tool. Don't be a fool. Use a tool. Then you're going to follow up with them and so on and so forth. So, Karen, that was a great question, and I hope you guys got value from that.